sorry. Was it not clear I was giving you an order?
You're asking me to arrest people who risk their lives for this country every day.
No, I'm ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain. Either you help us bring them in, or we'll bring you in.
Oh.
Weapons down, gentlemen. Or I...
Trank darts, now!
Oh!
Take him down! Take him down!
Oh, Scheiße.
Keep us moving, son, if you want to stay conscious.
You idiot. We were trying to save lives.
Of all the people to go underground, Captain America. Now every superhero who disagrees with the act suddenly has a leader. Maybe we should hold off until...
That won't be necessary, Mr. President. Registration can go forward as planned. We'll take care of Captain America.
And with the passage of the Superhuman Registration Act earlier this week, superheroes around the country are being forced to choose a side. Do they register with the government to uphold the law, or become part of an underground resistance movement? So far...
Can you believe this is really going down? The act kicks in at midnight, but word is S.H.I.E.L.D's gonna be here sooner than that, taking signatures. Or prisoners. I want to talk to Cage about it, but he's too busy arguing with Mr. Fantastic over there. Maybe you can break into their little powwow and get some sense out of them.
Cage. So, okay. Dann sage ich erstmal willkommen zurück.
We'd like to hear what you have to say about this historic event. Our online polls will be open until midnight.
Marvel
Log on and make your...
Direkt. Dossier.
Understand your skepticism, Luke, but you have to believe me. I've crunched the numbers, and we absolutely can't rebel against the government on this. If we do, the consequence...
Can't be any worse than burning the Constitution.
You're exaggerating. This is a temporary measure. Once things settle down...
I ain't buying it, Reed. And I can't believe somebody as brainy as you would.
Oh, hello. Good timing. Perhaps you can talk some sense into Mr. Cage here. He and Iron Fist seem determined to get arrested.
He's the one who needs a reality check. But good luck getting anywhere with that.
Ich will Jessica Jones auch noch finden. Auch noch finden.
As of midnight tonight, any superhuman personnel listed as unregistered will be treated by the building.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Reed Richards.
Please leave your message at the tone.
Beep.
Yeah, hey Reed, this is Ben. Look, I can't do this. Lord knows I've followed you into some pretty crazy places over the years, but somehow this is one place I can't go. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Registration's wrong, and I won't support a law I don't believe in, but I'm still a patriot. I ain't gonna fight my own government, so the way I see it, that leaves me only one choice. I'm out. Going underground till this thing blows over. Don't bother trying to find me.
So, Ende. Piep. Hier können wir nichts machen. Kann ich hier noch rumzoomen irgendwie? Was gibt's hier oben? Spider-Woman. Civil War Choice Anti.
With the Superhuman Registration Act looking likely to pass within the week, we recently sat down with one of its most surprising critics, Captain America.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Our pleasure. Captain, in the wake of the Stamford tragedy, the public overwhelmingly favors mandatory registration for all superhumans. Can millions of Americans be wrong?
Unfortunately, they can, Brian. Our country's history is littered with wrongs that most Americans approved of at the time. Slavery, the incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II, the McCarthy hearings.
But how do you deal with it, knowing that nearly everyone is against you on this?
I think of what Mark Twain wrote on the subject. If you alone of all the nation shall decide one way, and that way be the right way according to your convictions, you have done your duty by yourself and by your country.
an inspiring quote.
Absolutely. When the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself like a tree beside the river of truth and tell the whole world, no,
New York
you
Senator
move.
Lieber decried the recent passage of the Registration Act
So,
today, citing his rescue
reden wir
by
mal
a
mit
team of
Spider-Woman.
superheroes.
Hey, good times, huh?
I can't believe comes this.
I can.
Ich kann's
The
auch
government's
nicht glauben.
always wanted to take us down a peg. Now they see their chance. But Cap showed us what we need to do.
Cap hat uns gezeigt, was wir zu tun haben. Ja, eigentlich schon.
I mean doing whatever it takes to keep S.H.I.E.L.D. from taking over. That's what this is all about.
I can't believe this.
Between you and me, I hope so. I have no intention of registering. And we're gonna need a leader.
Okay, für maybe Shield. You could die. Leader of what? Group of traders? Ach, das ist ja scheiße hier. Gruppe von Verrätern. Komm. Billion. Ich würde dir ja gerne zustimmen.
People have died. Nothing can change that. But we can't let it keep us from doing what we know is right. Look, personal freedom is what Cap's fighting for. This is your choice to make. I know which way I'm going. Hopefully you do too.
So, was war das hier? Activate.
Miriam Sharp, prominent parent of a young Stanford victim, today praised Congress.
Are you sure you can get us to Cap without leading them right to him?
Got it covered. You just stick with me.
But what about the rest? How can we convince...
They're gonna have to make their own choice. Stark, Richards, and Songbird are obviously a lost cause. But maybe. Well, speak of the devil. So you folks made up your minds yet? From what I hear, they ain't gonna give you much more time to sit on the fence. I ain't no government puppet, and I assume you feel the same way. There are worse things you could do than risk jail time to do the right thing.
On the eve of the Registration Act going into effect, the grim work of identifying all the Stanford...
If they're enforcing unconstitutional laws and hunting you down like a dog, hell yeah.
For weeks.
Bringt immer ordentlich.
Cap in charge, as long as it takes.
So, und... So
simple, yeah. Easy, no. But I know Cap. He'll get us through. Look, you got what you need to know. I got stuff to talk over with these guys.
Stark Enterprises current stock price $42.18, down $1.16.
Mit einem Fist können wir nicht reden. Bist du Falcon?
Hey, you come to a decision yet?
Wer bist du?
For now, yeah, it is. Stanford would never have happened if superheroes had proper oversight.
Das ist... Da habe ich ihn vergessen. Wie hieß er denn? Bishop.
We don't let cops run around shooting whoever they want. If somebody wants the authority to take on bad guys, they need to answer to somebody.
Das muss Bishop sein.
No one's got a better reason to be paranoid than I do. And I'm telling you, this is the way it's gotta go. Technically, that's true. But someone supervising their actions could have saved those innocents. Look, I can't make the decision for you. Just remember, we're supposed to protect people. Signing up for training and accountability is the best way to do that.
TV-Serie aus den 90ern sah Bishop ein wenig anders aus. Aber egal. Jetzt gucken wir mal ganz kurz im Team. Use manage heroes. Also Swap Hero. Ah. Psylocke? Komm. Psylocke nehmen wir mit. Spidey geht raus. Black Panther? Wer bist du? Wer bist du? Magneto? Incredible Woman? Miss Marvel? Storm? Carnage. Oh, scheiße. Ja, könntest du sein, das Ding aus dem Sumpf? Weiß nicht. Neighborhood. Okay, Deadpool, du bist im Team. Ich glaube, dann nehmen wir Logan raus. Und Scheiße, wir nehmen da rein. Magneto. Miss Marvel, komm. So. Mein Team, geil. Chaka. Was haben wir für Boost? Fusionsdamage. Attacks. Oh. Counter Tactics. Oh. Power. Komm. Lassen wir es so. Zurück. Swap Kostüm. Ja. Leider keine anderen Kostüme. So. Dann zurück. Miss Marvel, Deadpool und Psylocke in der Gruppe. Wie geil. So,
and so, in a worst-case scenario, we'd find ourselves in the equivalent of a superpowered civil war.
Heroes so busy fighting each other, the criminals get a free pass.
Exactly. That's where you and the Thunderbolts would come in, Melissa. We need you to help S.H.I.E.L.D. keep crime under control while we focus on... Oh, hello again. I'm glad to see you're not going off half-cocked like Luke, Danny, and Eli over there seem to be. We need cooler heads to prevail at a time like this. There's morality and there's practicality. I may have personal issues with the act, but I also have hard evidence that if we rebel against it, the entire world's future will be imperiled. So, there's really only one sane choice here.
Though the incident was eclipsed by Stanford...
I'm not saying the SRA is evil, but going down a path we know leads to disaster would certainly be irresponsible and foolish. I'm not sure that's been determined. Incarceration, most likely. Those who violently resist might accidentally be harmed. Of course not. But anyone who openly resists law enforcement should know the risk they're taking. I'm sorry, I can't discuss this indefinitely with you. I hope you make the intelligent choice here.
So gut, wir steuern
Though the
erstmal
incident was
Psylocke.
eclipsed by Stanford, many advocates point toward the Washington, D.C. attack as evidence that superheroes are absolutely necessary in today's world.
But I just can't follow these equations.
I'd be surprised if you could, Tony. They're a new form of science I invented, actually.
Das
A
will
way
ich mir
to
nicht
predict
anhören.
future trends by
Gut, dann beende ich erstmal die Folge hier. Ich sage Tschüss und Ciao, bis zum nächsten Mal bei Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Tschüss, ciao, bye bye.